Welcome back to Empowerment Radio. We are talking about stress-free through the holidays. And before the break, I just mentioned the famous holiday hangover, what it is and how we can avoid it. Now, it is the season, before we go there, it is the season of giving. And just before, Donna McLean was on, and she gifts this wonderful balanced life intensive that I highly recommend to you to sign up for. I also have a little gift for you, which is a gift to overcome fear and anxiety. Now, I have created a 6-video session which is basically containing of the work that I have gathered in more than 15 years of experience of working with clients all over the world on overcoming fear and anxiety. And each video is 90 minutes long, and it contains not only information but also processes that engage the subconscious mind, that go deep, that address the root causes of fear and anxiety. And with every session, you receive homework, consolidating homework, preparation homework. It's a little intensive in itself. And you can go because it's on demand. You can download it. You can watch it as much as you want to. You can go at your own pace. But people that went through the seminar, which was a live seminar before, now it's on demand, they changed their life. They felt that for the first time ever, they were able to get a handle on fear and anxiety. In fact, they understood fear and anxiety in ways they never understood it before. And rather than fighting it, they befriended themselves with those emotions and ultimately learned to see them as a catalyst for them to be more authentic, to be more confident, to be more true. And again, something that is very transformational in itself. And it can be a gift for you. It can be a gift for someone you care about, which is why until December 17th, this is something I give away at a hugely reduced price. Check it out. It is on the fearandanxietysolution.com website. And it's something that certainly to whomever you gift this can be highly appreciated, because it will make a difference. And for your listeners, today I will give to one of your listeners this away for free. So if you send us an email at info@thefearandanxietysolution.com and you just write down Transformation Talk Radio in the subject line or Empowerment Radio in the subject line, there will be a little drawing after the show, and one lucky winner will get this on-demand video series for free. I'm looking forward to gift this to someone. Now, talking about self-abandonment, which is the second trigger. What does that mean? Well, self-abandonment basically means what many of you probably have experienced, that once the holiday season starts, whether it lasts a month for you or just a couple of days, you are changing your routines. And for a couple of days, it may be great just to get out of that what you usually do to keep yourself grounded and centered and feeling good. But when it's longer, it can actually backfire. I mean, I remember for myself that when I was with my folks during Christmas, I definitely ate different foods than I used to eat. This has also to do with, again, what my mother was cooking, but I ate more sugar, more cookies. I didn't work out as much. I certainly didn't take time to meditate because I felt like when I'm with my family, I have to spend time with my family. But what I noticed after a few days, you get out of sorts. Haven't you ever felt that somehow you are just neglecting yourself because you feel like you cannot be antisocial, even though your inner introvert says, no, get me out of here, I need some stillness. You just don't allow yourself to have that. As a consequence, unfortunately, you get cranky and maybe you blow up And maybe you feel like, that you gained 20 pounds and you feel disgusting afterwards. Or maybe you just have a bad feeling about the holidays because somehow it wasn't really something that was taking you into consideration and your own needs. And sometimes it's not just about what we eat or how much we are engaging our body or how much time we are spending on ourselves. Sometimes it's also the self-abandonment when it comes to money. I mean, how many people feel inclined to overspend, to overdraw their credit cards because they don't want to disappoint anyone? They want to maybe show love through the biggest gift, and that what anyone else wanted, just to make sure they are happy. But then afterwards they feel terrible because the pressure of the credit card bills or the pressure of just having gone to the savings is really outdoing the joy that in that moment was there when you presented that gift. And other people feel that while they're on the holidays, they are completely ignoring maybe things that they are supposed to do at work. One of those stressors, the study I mentioned before showed, was that people that are employed tend to have the head in the sand when they are, during the holiday season, engaged with friends and family and the festivities, and they let things pile up. Emails don't get answers, deadlines get ignored, things that may just really be pressing at the beginning of the year that create a lot of stress for the moment get pushed aside, out of sight, out of mind. But then there is that, let's say, January 2nd, January 3rd date where everything just comes washing over you like a tidal wave. You feel the pressure. Again, it's almost like you get out of this little bubble of joy and you're facing the harsh reality and you realize, oh my God, what did I do? What happened? So how can we avoid that? How can you avoid being in that self-abandonment, in that neglect? Well, learn from your mistakes. One thing I did was just making a list of all the things that I regretted after the holidays, where I realized, no, next time I want to do this differently. Maybe these are things where I want to at least work out 3 times in that week because I know my body feels better. Or I definitely need to have every day an hour away from the family and just read a book or listen to some music because that recharges me. Or maybe I just continue doing my journaling, especially when I'm around my family where so much stuff may come up and I need to handle that stuff as it is at the surface of my mind. Maybe you give yourself a budget and you say, I will not spend more than this limit, no matter how much I'm inclined to make someone happy, but I can make them happy in other ways, in ways that are free, like a hug, love, attention, talking to someone. Just allow yourself to be also creative with that what you can give to yourself. Because after all, the holidays are not just for the others. They are also for yourself. So make sure that you gift yourself what you need during this time and feel that you don't have to, again, meet expectations or be someone else in order for them to be happy while you are feeling worse and worse about yourself. One of the things that I experienced was that after my parents passed away, I thought I'm going to continue with their Christmas traditions. And I realized there are certain things I just don't really like so much. I loved going to this little church in this town that I grew up in because it was romantic, there were candles, we were singing some nice songs. But then in that, where I live right now in this area, there isn't necessarily the same experience when you go to this church. Or when I visited my wife's family in Florida, I didn't really feel that magic that was in that little snowy black forest village that just automatically, by looking at it, brought up these childhood memories. So I decided at some point to no longer go, but rather have my own little celebration with Danielle, my wife, and also with some relatives, and create an own spiritual tradition around Christmas. It is not about just doing that, what I was told. So try also to create something for yourself that is maybe meaningful, because this is a time that is not just about eating and drinking and celebrating and gifting. It's also something that in itself, no matter from what tradition you're coming, there is a very spiritual and deep component attached to it. And just honoring this for yourself, going deep inside and realizing it's not just the light fixtures around, it's also searching for the light inside that can make a huge difference for you. Well, when we come back, we'll talk more about this, and especially about Uncle John and Aunt Anne and all the people that you're going to meet during the holidays and that already make you feel stressed out, whether it's about their comments that they will give you or just about the comparison that you always fall into. Well, stay tuned. What can you do about it? We will be right back.